Hey y'all, I hope you're doing well. So today I'm going to show you how to make a crochet mask with a pocket filter area. So this way you're able to rewash the mask, use it a few times and just replace the filter if you choose to. So what I used was a sugar and cream yarn, and it's just a cotton yarn. It's lightweight. I love the fact that you're able, I've worked with this yarn up plenty of times for like my dishcloths and things like that. So cotton mask allows you to wash it easily. It doesn't have a lot of stretch to it, so I like this yarn for this. I also use a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, and I use these cord locks. So you can use these to kind of make the back of them, the straps, adjustable, or you can also use beads. Optional, you can use a sewing needle to make the pocket area. So I'm going to get started with you. This is going to be slower for my beginners, so I'll put some time markers in the bottom. That way if you need to speed forward, you can. Go ahead and start by making yourself a slip knot, following along with the screen, and then place that slip knot on your crochet hook. Okay. So I will do the first couple of rows on camera with you because there is a small pattern that you need to follow, but it's not difficult. You'll need to know how to do a single crochet stitch, a half double crochet stitch, and a double crochet stitch, but I will show you how to do those on camera. So go ahead and start by making yourself a foundation chain, and basically that's just going to be putting the yarn around the crochet hook and then pulling through. So you're going to do a foundation chain of 30 plus 1 for a total of 31. So that's what I did. Now, I want to just give you guys a quick tip. If you're on your actual computer device, you could always slow down the speed. If you look over there at the top corner of the screen, I'm showing you how to do that. So if I'm going too fast and I say you can always slow us down, this is how you would do that. It's under the settings options, and you'll see something called playback speed, and it will allow you to slow down any content of any video. Now, my voice will also slow down, but you'll be able to follow along easier. Okay. So go ahead and finish making a foundation chain of 30 plus 1. Yarn over, pull through. And I'm doing this fast. I showed you a little bit slower earlier, but you can always rewind it and go back or use that option I just showed you. Okay, so once you have your chain of 30 plus 1, we're going to go into that very first stitch right off of the hook. So not the one where your crochet hook is, but in the stitch right next to it. You're going to do a single crochet stitch. Insert your crochet hook, pull back through, yarn over and pull through the 2 loops that's on your crochet hook. I'll show you again. In the next stitch, you're going to do a single crochet. Insert, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, we're going to do 5 single crochet stitches. So we're starting the pattern right now, okay guys? All right. Right there in that 4th stitch, you're going to do another single crochet stitch. So just making sure that you pull through a loop. All right. And right there in that 5th stitch, you're going to do 1 more single crochet stitch. Now I will have this pattern over on my website, my blog, so check out over there if you want written instructions on how to do that. Once you have 5 single crochet stitches, we're going to do 5 half double crochet stitches. So to do a half double crochet, you're going to yarn over first. Then you're going to insert the crochet hook into the next stitch, into that 6th stitch. See, this is what it should look like. Now, if your yarn doesn't naturally go over your hook, you want to just go ahead and place it there so that you have 4 loops on your hook. You're going to then yarn over and then pull through the bottom 3, leaving 1 on your hook. Okay, that's a half double crochet, and I'll show you again. Okay, yarn over and then pull through the bottom 3. And we're going to do that 3 more times. So for a total of 5 half double crochet stitches. Alrighty. And we'll do 1 more half double crochet stitch in the next stitch. So at this point you should have a total of 10 stitches completed, 5 being single crochet stitches and 5 being half double crochet stitches. So you're kind of growing your first row. Okay, now we are going to do double crochet stitches. So don't get confused, we're just going to do 10 double crochet stitches. So you're going to yarn over, put it through the stitch, yarn over, pull through your first 2, yarn over and pull through your bottom 2. Okay, and I'll show you that again. All right, see there, yarn over again, guys. It's just putting the yarn behind the crochet hook. Okay. All right, now you're going to do a total of 10 double crochet stitches, and I'm not sure, I think I stayed on camera for the full 10, but I'm not sure. If I did not, I'll get when I finish up the double crochet stitches, I'll show you what we do next. But just keep working until you get 10 double crochet stitches. Okay, this is what it's starting to look like. Okay, so it looks like I went ahead and finished up my double crochet stitches. That's 10 in total. So 10 double crochets, 5 half double crochets, and 5 single crochets. Now at this point, we're going to go kind of like in the reverse. So we're going to do 5 half double crochets. So I hope this isn't confusing you. It's if you want to go look at the pattern and then come back or have it printed out and work with me, you might be able to understand it if you don't catch on. So at this point, we're doing 5 half double crochet stitches. Okay. And then when you finish these 5 half double crochet stitches, you should have just 5 spaces left to do single crochet stitches. Now, if some reason you don't, say you have 6, it's okay. Go ahead and do another half double crochet stitch and then finish off with your single crochet stitches. But you want to finish this with your single crochet stitches, okay? So you'll do 5 single crochet stitches. But it's okay if you get to the very end and you realize, oh, I only have 4. It just means you added a stitch of another kind somewhere along the way, but it's okay. You should still have 30 stitches along the row. Okay, so right there in that very end space, I did another single crochet stitch, and that completes our very first row. And this also completes what our pattern will be for the entire mask. Okay, so once you've completed this first row, you're going to chain 1. And then you're going to turn your work, and we're going to work it again for row number 2. Okay. So chain 1, turn your work. In that very first space, just like we did in the very beginning, we're going to do a single crochet stitch. Insert your crochet hook, pull through a loop. Okay. And again, we'll do another single crochet stitch. And so remember, we're going to do 5 single crochet stitches. So remember that. All right, this is what it looks like. Then we're going to do 5 half double crochet stitches. So this mask is really simple, and again, like I said, I used the machine washable cotton yarn because I felt like it was a lightweight and it didn't have a lot of stretch to it. But you can use any yarn that you feel comfortable with, whatever you have available. But I just like the cotton yarn, and it came in so many different colors. Okay, so then once you've done your 5 half double crochets, then you'll end up doing 10 double crochets. And this is what it's going to look like once you start working it. So at this point, you'll do, after you finish your 5 half double crochets, you'll do 10 double crochets. And I'm going fast again because at this point you probably have the stitches down, and I'm just going to show you what it kind of looks like. And again, just really quickly, if you want to slow the video down, just go to your settings button and then playback speed, pick something slower, and it will slow down the video. I'm just showing you this because I think it's helpful anytime you're doing a tutorial online if you know how to slow things down a little bit. So this is an option that you can get. I know you can get it on your laptop, And I think you can get the same thing on your phone. You just have to make sure you find the setting option on the video. Okay, so once you've completed your double crochets, you're then going to do 5 half double crochets and then 5 single crochets. So essentially that is your pattern: 5 single, 5 halves, 10 double, 5 halves, 5 single. That's it for the actual mask, and then I'll show you how to do all the other fun parts of the project. Okay, and these guys, I've made quite a few of these for my family. I like them better than the fabric mask just because A, I can change the color, B, I can adjust the straps. C, I like it because like my husband, he wears glasses, and because of the holes along the top, he said his glasses don't fog up, which I thought was really cool. I don't wear glasses, so I don't know how that works, but he said that it's really good. He actually prefers wearing the crochet mask than the ones I actually bought online. So that's just an option just in case you wear glasses as well. Okay, so I'm just checking in really quick so you can kind of see where we are. This is about 6 rows. So if you had like this is still a little bit small for a 9-10-year-old, but this is what it looks like when you're finished. So this is a total of, I did 11 rows for this mask, and then I finished it off with a row of single crochet stitches. Now I did 11 rows, and I explained this on my website because I have a long face. So my face is oblong or egg shape. So that's why I did 11 rows so that it's longer over my chin. I'll have instructions on how to make it for like a round face on my website. You're going to do a chain of 23. So you probably saw me do that, so that it will bend over and attach to the bottom of the mat. This here is your cord lock, which will allow us to make an adjustable ear area or ear strap. Okay, so this is what I'm making here, and you can see that is the cord that I've added. You do have to work this a little bit, guys. I had to push it through with a yarn needle to get the straps through the little cord area, but once it's on, and then you can adjust it to make sure that it fits your face. And that's what I like about this one. It's the adjustability. Is that a word? The ability to be able to adjust the strap. Okay, so once you have your chain of 23, and again, this is a long chain because I want it to be able to be adjustable, you're going to attach that chain to the bottom of the mask. Now, however you want to attach it is up to you. I just kind of crocheted into one of the stitches and then tied a knot. Okay, so you'll do your chain of 23, attach it to your bottom, and then you're going to finish off your work on that side, and then we have to do the same thing on the other side, so that of course you'll have 2 ears. So that's kind of what it looks like. Now to do your other side, you're just going to attach the yarn by just tying a knot. So just pull the yarn through a stitch, one of the first stitches on the top side of the mask, and make a little knot. And then you're going to just continue to crochet, and again we're just going to repeat what we did on the other side. Now let me just say back again, I did a total of, for this mask, I did a total of 10 rows. I did a total of 10 rows, and then I did 1 row of single crochet stitches all the way across. I thought I caught that when I was filming, but I didn't. But just remember that I did a row of on the 11th row, I did a row of single crochets, and that's what made it long enough to fit over my nose and mouth and chin. Okay, now if you wanted to, you could always just do 2 separate straps and then tie them together. So if you do not have a bead or a cord lock, you can just make 2 chains of 23 and then just tie it together. Okay, and that makes it adjustable as well. Okay, and like I said before, you do have to kind of push it and work it through the hole, I used the yarn needle to kind of work mine through. I pushed it through and kind of pulled. So you do have to work this just a little bit, but it's not that difficult. Now this is a mask filter that I got from Amazon. I just kind of made my filter pocket the same size as this one, but you don't have to use a filter that you purchase. You can use, people have used coffee filters. People have used tissue, not tissue, but paper towels. You can put pretty much anything in your mask if you kind of double it up, triple it up, so that it creates that barrier that goes around your mouth. So at this point, we are going to create the filter area. So what I did was I laid my mask down, and I counted over 10 stitches. I put a stitch marker. I counted over another 10 stitches, and I put another stitch marker, and that allowed me to get like the center portion of my mask. I attached the yarn the same way I did with my ear strap. I did a chain of 3, which counted as my first double crochet, and then I did a total of 8 rows of double crochets between the 2 stitch markers. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get started. We're going to do a total of 10 stitches of double crochets, just like I said before, starting with your chain of 3, and then just work your way across. You're going to work in between your 2 stitch markers, and that's going to create the flap area, which will then create your pocket. So I did 10 double crochet stitches across the center, because that's how many stitches I had available. See right there, I get to the where my stitch marker is. Now stitch markers are optional, but it does help some, so you know where to crochet to. Okay, once I get to the end of my little area that I'm working, I'm going to chain 3, which is going to serve as my first double crochet stitch. I'm going to turn my work, and I'm going to work across again. Now I did this about 8 rows, maybe 9. 8 or 9 rows, but what you'll want to do is just fold the flap over and make sure that it meets the bottom portion of your mask. That is the key, okay? So once you get to the bottom, I think I had mine met at 8 rows. Might have been 9 rows for this size mask. I'm just gonna stitch the flap to the bottom of the mask, and that's it, so that it creates a pocket. And you can use a yarn needle to do this, or you can do a slip stitch across. It's completely up to you what you feel comfortable with. But at the end of the day, that's what you want it to be. You want it to be able to put the filter in there. And this is what it looks like on my face. Again, I have a longer face, so this is the one I made for my husband in black, and it's shorter. So I did 10 rows as opposed to 11 rows. But this is what it looks like on. It was fun to make, and again, you can make these in so many colors. It works up really quickly. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the description on the comment box down below, and I will see you all in my next video. Thanks. Bye.